the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get ready to rumble 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. The referee for this fight is Joe Cortez. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks with white letters and weighs an even 231 pounds, a native of New York now, living and fighting out of Marco Island, Florida. His professional record, an outstanding one of 28 victories, 24 by KO, only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry COONEY. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the white trunks with blue and red trim and weighs an even 253 pounds. He's from Marshall, Texas. This Olympic gold medal champion has a professional record of 64 victories, 60 by knockout, only 2 defeats in his career. He's the former heavyweight champion of the world, George FOREMAN.
All right, Jerry and George, both were given the rules earlier. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
That was the closest Jerry COONEY has come to looking at an opponent during the referee's instructions. He almost looked George Foreman in the eye.
And an odd crowd in attendance here tonight.
Yeah, very subdued.
I don't think
muted.
they came to root. I think they came to watch. I'm sure they'll get behind whoever the aggressor is in the beginning, and here we go. George immediately going to the crossed arms, the stance that he's favored throughout his now 20-fight comeback. And there's the big left hook by Jerry COONEY.
Not landing that time. Obviously, that cross-arm defense is a trademark of George's trainer, 76-year-old Archie Moore, one of the all-time cliche, but really one of the all-time boxing greats.
And of course, that crossed arm, George used it effectively, fighting the much shorter opponents that he's faced up to now.
Jerry trying to dig for the first time, the left hook to the body. That really is his best punch. Jerry moving to his right, also not something that's very natural to him, but it's movement that's designed by his trainer, Gil Clancy, to confuse George Foreman, to keep him off balance, and therefore nullify his power.
And you touched the key word there, Alex, balance, something that Gil Clancy has said that he really wanted to work on with Jerry COONEY. Oh, there's a left from George Foreman.
Foreman jab, he has a very heavy and strong snapping jab. When he wants to throw it and lands it, gets it home. Tremendous punch. Jerry COONEY at times also jabbed well, most notably with Larry Holmes.
Good left to the body by COONEY, and then he came upstairs and...
Mouthpiece is out. We're going to replace the mouthpiece. George Foreman doesn't know what it is yet. Gil Clancy puts Jerry's mouthpiece in. Lost it about 20 seconds ago.
And George said, I'm not going to waste the energy walking all the way over to that corner.
That replacing the mouthpiece, a new rule. Ordinarily, the fighter would have to fight without the mouthpiece for the remainder of the round.
Well, there's that jab of Foreman again getting in.
George, we have to say right here, and not just in contrast to Jerry COONEY, George is a little bit quicker than he has been in his 19 fights of his comeback. That wild amateur is Foreman right to the body. He threw that punch when he was a world champion.
When you look at, and there's a couple left and a right to the body by George Foreman. That jab lands but really doesn't do anything, didn't have anything on it, and that's really a trademark of Foreman's punches, Alex.
You could almost see Jerry COONEY thinking there a moment ago, damn, he was along the ropes. Wait a minute, I am not supposed to be on the ropes. Let me get out of here, and he did. Before Foreman was able to take advantage of it. But again, Jerry in a corner. And that time, Jerry got a little left hook in, and he wobbled Big George. First damage to either fighter done by COONEY with an inside left hook to Foreman's head.
The final 10 seconds of the first round. There was a big right to the ribs by George. And they made it around. George, as he has done throughout his entire comeback, eschewing a stool in the corner, standing the entire 60 seconds.
George says it's so boring to sit down.
Well, George has appeared to be bored through these past 19 prior fights.
Not in this one.
There's a good left counter by Cooney.
He came in here with a much more serious look than he's had in any of his previous 19 fights of his comeback. And he better be serious because he's got millions and millions of dollars at stake here.
Well, they both do.
But George didn't need this fight to fight Tyson. He was going to get that Tyson fight, amazingly enough. He was going to get it anyway. He's risking everything.
Well, and there's a good right lead by George Foreman. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it definitely scores.
Ooh.
Oh, and another right by Foreman. And Jerry Cooney has his left hanging a little low. There he gets it back up.
George putting pressure on Cooney, backing him around the ring just by walking in. Jerry so far has not chosen to stand his ground and trade punches. He's been fighting in spurts. There, standing his ground, punching, and then trying to move out of the way. Obviously,
and there is the big roundhouse left, the trademark punch of George Foreman. Ooh, and that blow by Cooney went undetected by Joe Cortez.
Good inside uppercut by Foreman.
Oh, and look at the left, come up and slice it up. And Jerry Cooney's in big trouble. He's ready to go. And there he goes.
2, 3, 4.
And he is badly hurt. Same position he was in round 5 against Spinks. A clubbing right hand by Foreman. Now let's see if he's learned anything about how to survive, because he's got 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Oh, and that's it.
And I don't think this fight's over. This fight's over. George Foreman blows away Jerry Cooney in the second round.
And he came over here to ringside and winked.
And Jerry Cooney is not close to getting up. 1 minute and 57 seconds of the second round. George Foreman makes believers of some. I don't know how many, but made believers of some. Definitely Jerry Cooney.
Jerry Cooney is sitting up.
George Foreman, the 20th fight of his comeback, his 19th knockout, only the decision to Everett Martin. And George Foreman attempting to defy time. It is a crowded ring, but we'll get up to Michael Buffer.
157 of the second round, the winner. Now on his great comeback, 20 in a row, 19 by KO, Big George Foreman.
Lifting up his promoter, Ronnie Weathers there. Jerry Cooney on his feet. Let's take a look at the first knockdown as the two fighters there embrace. Jerry with a smile on his face, but he has to be terribly disappointed. First knockdown. Watch the inside right hand. Foreman again walking to Cooney. I'm sorry, left got him in trouble. It was a left hand inside that first got him in trouble. And then George didn't waste any punches. Very accurate. 3 punches, they all landed and they all kept Cooney in trouble. And then a swinging right hand and him helpless and down. George Foreman did not miss 1 punch once he had his man hurt.
But it was the left that sliced between the gloves of Jerry Cooney. There it is right there. You saw it lift the chin. And now it's just target practice. And Jerry Cooney really showing a lot of will just staying on his feet. He's out on his feet.
And let me say something about Jerry Cooney. In the Holmes fight and the Spinks fight, when he was hurt that way, when his legs buckled at first, he went down. This time, at least, he struggled to stay up. He showed some gameness.
The pawing right misses, but again, you see it's that left uppercut that splits the gloves, and now Jerry
Boom.
Cooney is defenseless.
Struggles up. George clubs him again. Struggles his legs, have his legs hold his big 6'7" body up. Target practice.
Cooney got back up. Joe Cortez allowed him to continue, but he had nothing. From a different angle.
Watch this. Wild
results
uppercut by George.
are the same.
Jab up the middle, right hand. Jerry comes back up. Clubbing right hand. Again, Jerry stiffens his legs. That's still the first knockdown, I believe, Dan.
Yes, oh yeah, that's still the first knockdown. Cortez came in, gave Cooney the count.
Bill Clancy there
Cooney
telling Jerry what he did wrong.
Said that I could continue. Cortez allowed him to continue, and then, of course, this is the result. This is the finish of the fight, and Jerry Cooney really, for all intents and purposes,
man.
the left uppercut, there's the right, it's all over.
You know, George Foreman throws a lot of unorthodox punches. That time he threw an uppercut, he got out over his lead foot, and he threw a perfect uppercut.
Well,
walking in with it.
Yeah, keep in mind, Alex, it's against a man who's really out on his feet. I mean, Jerry Cooney showed a lot of gameness in just trying to continue. Again, George comes in for the kill.
But the thing I was impressed about, Dan, was the accuracy of Foreman.
And Jerry Cooney goes down hard.
And right behind it. Boom.
And you really have to wonder if the strategy of Cooney not fighting at all before he tackles someone the caliber of George Foreman really pays off. Jerry Cooney deciding that he's ready for George Foreman without really much more than a private 6-round sparring session at his training camp. You have to say that the strategy backfires. George Foreman clearly more in command of the ring.
Larry, come over here, Larry.
And even though 41 years of age, still has some power.
Hey, Joe, bring him back to him. Yeah, there you go. Hey. Come back here. Larry, come over here.
Sky Sports. Feel it all.